My name is Carol Shelton, and I've come to talk about human growth and development, accessible content for students with IDD. I'm not speaking about item 5B. Students with IDD have historically been given access to general ed content for human growth and development. My oldest watched the films but did not have any real understanding of the content. My pleas for accessible content went unheard. I hope this changes. My hope is that students with IDD be given immediate access to content that is at their developmental level so they can be prepared for puberty and what comes with it. Individuals with IDD face substantial risk of victimization, and my hope is that we can minimize their risk factors by providing these students content they understand so they can protect themselves. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Leanne?
Good evening, President Goldberg, trustees, Dr. McLaughlin, district staff, and community. I have to say I'm a little more nervous than normal speaking tonight, and I'm also super emotional about this topic, so bear with me. I'm here to address the district's health education program and how it can be made more accessible for students with intellectual and developmental disabilities. I recently attended the district screening of the Human Growth video for 5th grade girls. As I suspected, this video would not be accessible for my child due to her learning differences. Last year, I opted my daughter out of the video for 4th grade girls, but I didn't know what to offer as an alternative. During my daughter's IEPs this year, I've spoken with the school nurse and her teacher, who are both eager to make the materials accessible to kids with intellectual or developmental disabilities. The big question is where to start. There are adaptive materials out there, but I confess to feeling a little out of my depth in trying to ascertain what might be appropriate. I would like the district to address this gap in accessibility for all kids with IDD. Why is this so important? In 2018, NPR did a special series entitled Abused and Betrayed that focused on sexual assault of people with intellectual disabilities. Through information from the Department of Justice, NPR found that people with IDD were 7 times more likely to be victims of sexual assault than the general population. Some in the disability community speculate that between 50 to 75% of people with IDD have been victims of sexual assault, oftentimes by the very caregivers who are meant to protect them. These statistics are shocking, but the stories behind them are heartbreaking. Many experts believe that effective education on health and human sexuality for people with IDD would help end the abuse. Right now, many people with IDD have never received adequate education on these topics. I want my child to have an understanding of how she is changing and growing and to be able to advocate for herself and her safety. Her learning differences make this challenging, and as a parent, I need help from experts who understand how to teach my daughter and what is developmentally appropriate. Will you give it to us? Thank you.
Mrs. Goldberg?
Dr. Conley?
Dr. McLaughlin, could you provide the board with some follow-up on the issue that is being raised tonight? Thank you.